Thursday, the 27th of April, 1944. Dear Kitty, Mrs. Van Daan was in such a bad mood this morning, nothing but complaints. First, there's her cold, and she can't get any lozenges, and so much nose blowing is unendurable. Next, it's that the sun's not shining. That's the invasion doesn't come, that we can't look out of the windows, etc., etc. We all had to laugh at her, and she was sporting enough to join in. At the moment, I'm reading The Emperor Charles V, written by a professor at Göttingen University. He worked at the book for 40 years. I read 50 pages in 5 days. It's impossible to do more. The book has 598 pages, so now you can work out how long it will take me. And there is a second volume to follow, but very interesting. What doesn't a schoolgirl get to know in a single day? Take me, for example. First, I translated a piece from Dutch into English about Nelson's last battle. After that, I went through some more of Peter the Great's war against Norway, 1700 to 1721. It's a long war. Charles VIII, Augustus the Strong, Stanislaus Lesinski, Mazeppa, Van Gors, Brandenburg, Pomeranian, and Denmark, plus the usual dates. After that, I landed up in Brazil, read about Bahia tobacco, the abundance of coffee, and the 1.5 million inhabitants of Rio de Janeiro, of Pernambuco and Sao Paulo, not forgetting the river Amazon, about Negroes, mulattoes, mestizos, whites, more than 50% of the population being illiterate, and the malaria. As there was some still left, I quickly ran through a family tree: John the Elder, William Lodding, Ernst Casimir, Hendrik Casimir, right up to the little Margaret Francisca, born in 1943 in Ottawa. 12 o'clock in the attic. I continued my program with the history of the church. Phew, till 1 o'clock. Just after 2, the poor child sat working, again, this time studying narrow and broad-nosed broad-nosed monkeys. Kitty, tell me quickly about how many toes a hippopotamus has. Then followed the Bible, Noah and the Ark, Shem, Hap, Japaneth. After that, Charles V. Then with Peter, the Colonel, in English, by Thackeray. Heard my French verbs, and then compared the Mississippi with the Missouri. I've still got a cold, and have given it to Margot as well as to Mommy and Daddy. As long as Peter doesn't get it, he called me his El Dorado and wanted a kiss. Of course I couldn't. Funny boy, but still, he's a darling. Enough for today. Good boy. Yours, Anne. She was like such a genius. She did all that in one day. That's great. That was Thursday, April 27th, 1944, from the Diary of Anne Frank. If you enjoyed that as much as I did, click the thumbs up button, and thanks for watching.